Last month, Agano.
Badilisha.
So when I say Agano, you say
Badilisha kabisa.
Kiko mtu anasema badilisha ya tatu. You say badilisha. That is our kind of motto as I bring back our MC. So when I say Agano, you say badilisha. Let's stand and do that so that at least we don't believe in a covenant where whatever you promise is what you should be able to deliver. So that by the virtue that you are here is a sign that you are going somewhere. It's a sign that we have taken off. We are going to be having many of these consultative meetings. This is just the first one after a long time. Very soon we'll be inviting you for our party launch. Then after that, we'll have a lot of grassroots engagements. Because a party that only stays in Nairobi in a hotel is not a political party. That is a briefcase. Or Swahili people say hiyo ni kibanda ya mtu. A political party must have offices pale mashinani. It is not just enough to say we have a party, you are a leader, na unazunguka tu Serena, Safari Park Hotel, Serena, Safari Park Hotel. That's not a political party. That is a briefcase you are having. And we are in a nation whereby most parties have taken that direction. They have been personal entities. Mtu anaficha tu chama kama envelope. Akisikia kura inatokea, anaitoa. Napata some 10 countries anang'ang'ana nao. Akipata moja anashukuru Mungu, asipopata pia ni sawa, anarudisha envelope kwa mfuko. Tena anarudi nyuma. That's not how we grow democracy. We grow democracy by ensuring our parties participate in an electoral process, not an election. So that's what we are going to anchor Agano. And that's where we are creating a forum, the Agano Forum, whereby each one of us has space. And Agano stands for a party of integrity, a party of straightforwardness in terms of leadership, because we have had a very rich history as a nation. We had the Gen Z revolution, but I've always argued that election will not be won on the street. Election will never be won in the media station. Election will be won at the polling station. That one we can all agree. At the end of the day, we must register as voters and we must go out and vote or vie to be voted in. Trying to pretend to be like we are the people who know how to insult government on Twitter, doing riot on the street, and you do not have a vote, then that is detrimental. We'll never get anything changed in this country. So I want to challenge each one of us who is in this room today that the first important aspect, if you have to make a decision in the political space of Kenya, is for you to be a voter. If you are not a voter, you're only a commentator, you are a strategist, but you do not have the real power, then you are not helping us as a nation. So I want to challenge each one of us because that's what we want to create in Agano, a space for young people. Not only to make noise on the media, on the TV stations and say Ruto is one term or I don't know who is two term. If you think the president is not doing well, the only way you can find him is by getting a vote. If you only shout it, the way our MC has said, 2027 in the night, you'll also see another person raising the Bible and swearing in and wondering whether there's an election. So we have had discussions at the party level, whether we are two-term or one-term, but for us,
But in Agano party, we want to keep our word. And we thank God for the change we want to see in the country. We have to get involved. Let us talk when we are involved in a party and not being involved in an umbrella body, because most of the bishops and the pastors, they are in umbrella bodies, which they have brought together bishops. But when I was sharing with the SG and also our party leader, I told them that it is important we also bring on board bishops and pastors in 47 counties. If we can be able to mobilize them to join Agano party, I think we can have a voice in this nation. If we need to change the country, we cannot change the country while we are talking from outside. We need to change the country while we are inside a party, which can also have a voice in the nation. And that is where Agano is coming in. We want also to mobilize bishops across 47 counties and the young people, which you have room for them, so that we can build the party. Right now, we are in the process of building the party. It has been there for 17 years, but it needs now to be more vibrant than it used to be. And that's why we are calling upon those who have joined us tonight, the young people on board, the pastors on board, the bishops who are around, so that from next year, we may start running with the vision of Agano Party and build a strong party which can sit on the table and also negotiate the way forward for this nation. So I want to appreciate all of you for joining us.